Hello, my fellow FOAs. So they have finally dropped the official performance video for Sugar High. So obviously this is probably gonna give us like a different angle, different obviously again more of a performance version video than an actual MV, but it's still like a little bit more closer up than what we saw from the fan cams of the um well, not the first 2 days, but the 2 days of the first Spark Soul stop. But yeah, already like I know I'm gonna be attacked. I also do know that they already went on Music Bank, so I will be watching that separately. Like I'm not gonna do it in the same video because I kind of want to put this one on YouTube and then the other ones are gonna be on Patreon because Music Bank tends to copyright things. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and watch, y'all.
Sugar, sugar, sugar high.
Ooh. 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 Also, this is my first time like seeing the lyrics too. Ooh. Okay. I did not know that they were singing about coffee at the beginning. Ooh. 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 Oh. No, he did not also say Spanish. No. Why? Why? What was the reason? Like, I know I already was screaming about because I at least picked up whenever Jungwoo said tres dos uno, but I didn't even realize that Jungwoo was also saying something in that Jungwoo was also saying something in Spanish. Like, what was the reason? Also, it's obviously this is different than what we saw at the concert, so I don't know. Maybe I wonder if they ended up changing that dance move that Jungwoo does, or they just did it solely for the to add like like that what's it called, like that effect to it, or not effect, but like kind of trick you in a way, because we think it's gonna be Juwon, but it ends up cutting, like the camera ends up cutting to Chaeun coming up instead, and then back to Juwon. So I'm like, oh, but like, ooh. Woo! Hey! Woo! This dulce de leche is like cute. I mean, I don't know why I said cute, because like it's supposed to be like a strong cousin, but I just liked his little smirk. Woo! Hey, come on, Daisuke. Hey. Ooh. Hey, the camera work. Ooh. Hey.
I don't get tired. I'm never here. I'll be right here. Never retire. I'm coming back. Higher. Sugar, sugar, higher.
Ooh. Hey. Hey, okay. Of course, ending it off with the AHOF logo, but I already noticed like something in the core that I didn't notice before, because I was like so like shocked from seeing it at the in the fan cams of like the concert. But essentially when they're like doing like this thing, like it's essentially like supposed to be representing them riding that sugar high, and I'm like, I just finally got the reference into right now when I'm finally seeing like the big picture of like the closer up choreo. But yeah, and then also obviously I wanted to see what they were saying in the lyrics because I didn't pick up a lot in when I watched that's called the performance from the concert for day one and day two, except for like obviously the part that Jung was saying, like, but it's because obviously I'm like so absorbed with like trying to pick up what everyone's doing or just like the song in general, like just like the vibe of it instead of like the lyrics at that point. And also I'm like not that y'all know I'm not that great at understanding like some Korean things, especially like if it's like gonna be like a song for the most part. I feel like I have to have like I can get like a gist of here and there, but I need like lyrics to get the full picture. So kind of seeing that too with it. Obviously, I was like kind of trying to go back and forth. So I should just honestly should have just watched the whole thing first and then went back and read the lyrics because I was. But I mean, since I already had seen part of the choreo, like I wasn't too surprised, but I wasn't. I was just really more interested to see like what they were gonna do with like the camera work too, because you can only do really like so much for a concert, whereas here like they add like effects, they do like those transitions again where like you think it's one person coming because that's what you remember from what you saw, and then it ends up like being like a fake out and you're like, oh wait, no, it's like it's not who I thought it was, it's someone else. And then that little like that ending where who was it, I think it was Han, like kind of like running like kind of like he's on like that sugar higher, like kind of like that or dopamine rush essentially, and he's like running really fast, and then they look like there was like a little portal or something like closing or whatever. It's supposed to like show like the super speed, like where is it? Was it right here? No, it wasn't. This is like it's somewhere. Was it like somewhere here? Was it? Yes, here. Like the walls are kind of like I don't know if that's supposed to be like the walls are like crumbling or something. Oh, so I didn't even realize there's a bunch of like pictures with like different kinds of like desserts and stuff like that. Like, also, why would there not that pizza? There's pizza, there's fries, there's ice cream cone. I think. I guess that's like supposed to be like a frappe. Like the little candy emoji that they were. I think this was. Is this like a hamburger? I know they were teasing. Whenever they were teasing or like showing like spoilers in like their Weverse DMs, I think they were sending out the little like sugar or like candy emoji. So I think that's supposed to be a reference to that too. But yeah, so I'm just like, oh, what is this supposed to mean? Like, why is like this? Is this supposed to be like that? Obviously, like dopamine overload is like this part where he's like running, right? So like he's like speed, like it's like kind of like whenever you like actually you're riding the sugar high and you're like at a high point, but I guess maybe the crashing or kind of like distortion of the background is supposed to represent like that crash like after like you have eaten a lot of sugar, especially when you're like younger. Like they said, don't be giving children a lot of sugar because obviously they get a lot more like energy and they go a little crazy, but then at the end they end up crashing out and like falling asleep because they use so much energy. So I'm guessing this is what that's supposed to represent here. But yeah, and then again still like the walls are definitely like concaving and like distorting essentially is what it is. So it's like you're about to like end that what's it called dopamine rush that you already experienced from all that sugar you've been taking. But okay, honestly, like I said, I'm not too surprised because like I did see I think I would have been more surprised if I had waited until seeing like the actual performance video. But overall, I think they did a great job. Again, I did give you better like angles or different like better like I know there was like fan cam, so you could have also watched it from that for the performance of it. But this is the quality of like the production is obviously a lot different because they're making a like performance video where they're like, oh, they're trying to tell at least like somewhat of like a story or like show you at least the concept of what's supposed to go hand in hand with the lyrics of the song as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it again because I just wanted to like maybe I should just pay attention to the faces. Also the distortion of like the voice there. Like this is also what I was talking about, like the triangle formations. I didn't even realize he did that. I didn't even realize I said this either. The dulce de leche though, like. be more a I was gonna say like, cause they're talking about like coffee. Wouldn't that be more of like a caffeine high than a sugar high? Like if we're thinking, I mean, obviously it does have sugar in it, but you get more like quote unquote like energy from like the caffeine. So I guess I don't know if it's something like a play on like everything like that gives you like a little bit of boost of energy or gives you like that dopamine essentially, right? But also another thing about it, like this is probably like the darker, younger, rebellious younger sibling to dopamine by Eunice. You could say that too, because they wear like a lot of dark outfits for that, and then also like dopamine. They're talking about sugar high here, but still involving again like caffeine and dopamine. So yeah, like how they did that and make it zoom. The camera zooms in. I wonder what they did that though. I wonder if they really changed it. But obviously I'm gonna watch the performance of it, so or the music bank stage. Woo! That's why I really did not like pick up that they were singing Dulce de Leche. I feel like I've seen this building before. I like that transition though, like where it gets darker. I don't get tired. I'll be right here. Never retire. I'm coming back. Higher. Sugar, sugar, higher. Like there, and that's like the crash coming. Woo! Oh, I just noticed JL at the corner there. Okay. Aside from like them talking about like energy and stuff like that, I guess you could interpret it like the song being, because it's, whose line was it that said like, oh, I can match your taste? It's like basically saying that like they're talking about themselves being like, oh, you expect us to be like one, or you've seen us only like maybe one or two sides of us, but we can show you like every single like type of concept that we can do. I think that's what they're probably trying to say with it, but also still being like, obviously this song is like supposed to be like high tension, super a little bit more edgier than what we've heard or seen from them. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it definitely reminds you of like the contrast of, you know, where like Eunice like did when they did Dopamine, but we all know Dopamine came from Universe Ticket, but it still kind of gives me like it reminds me of that. I don't know like if that makes sense to you, because we haven't seen them do this like kind of concept before, except for obviously for on Universe League, but it's kind of talking about like the same thing maybe. Like I honestly I don't even think I like interpreted Dopamine like that. I just was really like, I didn't, for me that song, like I didn't enjoy it when I first heard it, but then it grew on me. So I was like, oh, I definitely got the hype later on. But whereas here, like obviously immediately I was like, oh, because like it's definitely again different than anything we've seen from them as far as like as AHOF. So I'm like, oh, okay, like they're definitely like, you know, trying to test things out and like try something new. So I'm like, again, I'm not super what's it called, surprised, because like I kind of knew that they can definitely do something like this in the future, but I was just like, oh, like because I was not expecting how edgy it was gonna be, or how like more darker on this, like on the darker side of it. But I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see like again what they end up doing for like their third album, if it's gonna be anything, if the title track is gonna be anything like this, or is it gonna be kind of like how a lot of other groups do, where like they do like a pre-release single that's a lot supposed to like get your attention, and it's like very different from what you usually see them do, and then like the title track would be like, oh, a little bit more like either like chiller in terms of like or like more so like kind of similar, or like maybe a little bit different, or just something new from what we have already seen from them, if that makes sense. Like, 'cause a lot of people do that with their pre-release. It's like, again, the way to get the attention, to kind of be like, oh, like this is not what I expected, right? And then when you get to the actual title track, it's like, again, you're like, oh wait, like I was expecting something else from what we already saw, but then it's like, oh, it's still a good surprise, you know? But overall, again, I like the concept of it. Again, I do really like, I think they wore these specific outfits to Music Bank, and I don't know if they're just doing Music Bank, just like that was the only stage that they did, because I know for me tomorrow, because it's still the 12th here, tomorrow they're supposed to do that busking in Busan. So I don't know, I probably will, like if someone does upload like a fan cam of it, I probably will watch it, because I just want to see like how that goes for them, because I know, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like people, a lot of groups have done like a lot of buskings here and there, but I just never have checked any of the groups that have done it before, like how it goes for them. So I'm really curious to see like what people's like reactions, like who might not know them. But I'm pretty sure a lot of folks are gonna end up going, because they did broadcast it to like everyone that they were gonna be in Busan. That's even if you're in the area and are able to go, essentially, too. But yeah, obviously, again, I'm gonna watch the Music Bank stage, and then I'm also gonna be watching like their interview in the next video I do, which this should probably come out. They're both probably gonna come out today, because I wanted to get this out because it is the performance video, and I was like, oh, I was like really. I know a lot of y'all probably like, oh, I wonder what she's gonna think of it, and yeah, obviously like, I might seem a little bit lukewarm, but it's because like, again, if I hadn't seen what the performance looked like in the, what's it called, the concert, I probably would have been like really, really more caught off guard. But since I already kind of heard the song already, and I kind of have been singing like parts of the song to myself already, I'm not too surprised. But I think what made it different, obviously, was seeing the camera angles and how they kind of played with that production wise, because again, it's very different from seeing a fan cam to seeing like what a company does, to be like, oh, we're gonna do like these kind of angles, we're gonna do like what, like set wise, like outfit wise, because they wore, I think they wore like white yeah, they wore like the white and like the white and tan like outfit that I basically try to copy from that. Like they wore that outfit for this, whereas this is like, again, more of the darker feeling, because they're wearing black and just pure like straight up all like black bottoms, black top. But yeah, also I will say I'm interested like why I mean, I guess they wanted, again, go with that little edgier feel, so that's kind of why they went with like the more like abandoned kind of like factory, like warehouse building kind of aesthetic too. But anyway, yeah, I'm curious to see like if I don't know if they gave them a set for Music Bank, because it was like, I feel like it was so short notice, but we'll see what in that video, obviously. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.